Well, all calm for the moment. However, those clashes we saw between the police and the protesters have been some of the most rambunctious, intense clashes I've seen in the last 15 months or so in France. I just want to give you a sense of what sort of damage has been created from those clashes, and not just the clashes, but the damage that was caused by the protesters. The police had warned early on Tuesday morning ahead of these May Day protests that they thought they were going to be hijacked by anti-capitalists, by anti-fascists, and they were indeed that. They came out in their hundreds, ready with their gear, their safety gear, to be able to protect themselves from the tear gas, the masks. Just have a look at this. This is one of the vehicles that they burnt, still smoking there, and just behind it, the plumes of smoke that came up from this vehicle, huge black plumes of smoke, went up and just completely masked this block of apartments where people were living. The protesters were damaging and smashing items up across this part of Paris, and the police had let them be. However, when they came and when they started the fires here and when these apartment blocks were put in danger, then the police intervened and we were caught in that crossfire. Here's what happened. We're in the middle of clashes now, starting being the police. I want you to have a look over there. You'll see the tear gas that's coming up to us. The police are moving in, and that's because just behind us there is a fire going on. The demonstrators have put fire to a vehicle and a motorbike, and as you can see, that's smoke. Oh gosh, Well, as you might have gathered, we've just been in the middle of what was quite a large clash between the police and the protesters. Just look behind me. This is one of the trucks with the water cannons, and you can see the gendarme now coming down, and you can see some of the water and the foam that's been on the ground to try and push these protesters back. Take a look behind me, and they're actually trying to barricade themselves up now. That's after they set fire to what looked like a JCB. In fact, it's still on fire over there in the distance, and then the police were brought in because what the protesters did is, if you just turn around a little bit more, come with me and have a look this, you may see this big plume of dark smoke coming up here, and the protesters, what they did is they lit fire to what seemed to be some sort of motorbike and a car, and then after that fire with the smoke now pushing up into apartments where people live, the police decided enough was enough. They had held back. They've been on standby all day expecting this protest to turn nasty, but while the protesters were smashing up fast food restaurants like McDonald's, while they were letting off fireworks, throwing off fireworks into the crowds themselves, letting off sound grenades and smashing up other businesses, the police tried to stay away as much as possible, but that was the last straw. This protest is due to continue. These guys say they want an anti-capitalist society, they want an end to fascism, they're anti that, but the reality is what they're doing today is not just smashing up the big businesses and the big enterprises, they're actually now smashing up small enterprises and putting people's lives in real danger. Charlotte Dubinsky, RT Paris.